Lloyd was just a young boy when his whole village was destroyed during a fierce battle against the Demon Lord. The horror he witnessed left deep scars. His eyes showed the trauma of losing everything. Merlin, a powerful mage, found him standing alone amidst the ruins. She felt a heavy guilt because her carelessness had caused the destruction. To make up for her mistake, she took Lloyd in, offering him a new home and a chance to rebuild his life. Merlin decided to teach Lloyd magic, starting with the flame spell. Her teaching style was strict. She'd show him the spell for only a few seconds and then warn him that if he couldn't replicate it, he wouldn't get dinner. It was harsh, but Lloyd was determined. By evening, he managed to create a small flame in his hand. Instead of praise, Merlin criticized him, calling his fire weak and even singeing his eyebrows with a wall of flame. Still, she let him eat because he had learned the spell. The next day, Merlin switched to water magic. She demonstrated by swiping her foot and making a small spout of water. Lloyd tried but could only make the ground a little wet. Proud of his effort, he showed Merlin, but she wasn't impressed. To teach him a lesson, she poured water all over him to show what true water magic looked like. Despite the tough lessons and punishments, Lloyd's skills improved steadily. By winter, he could create a detailed snow sculpture of Merlin with just a finger wave. Merlin appreciated the gesture but kept up her strict demeanor. She animated the sculpture, making it grow 30 feet tall and grabbing Lloyd to show him the true power of snow magic. Though tough, their bond grew stronger, and Lloyd promised to keep working hard. One morning, Merlin was suffering from a terrible hangover after drinking too much. Lloyd, wanting to help, placed his hand on her forehead and used his white magic to heal her. Merlin felt better instantly and hugged him gratefully. But as soon as she recovered, she dragged him outside to continue his training. Years passed like this. Lloyd learning spells, Merlin pushing him to improve, and their relationship deepening. Then one day, Merlin received a mysterious book in the mail that worried her deeply. Lloyd found the book, and the moment he touched it, a flood of knowledge overwhelmed him, causing him to pass out. Merlin realized Lloyd had the qualities of the chosen one, someone destined for great things. To protect him from becoming overconfident like she once was, she cast a secret spell on him. Merlin took Lloyd to the forest to practice white magic. Lloyd made a fruit ripen with a touch, impressing Merlin, but she showed him she could make an entire tree flourish. She taught him about orcs who could control monsters with rare magic and warned him about ancient magic, something Lloyd became curious about, but Merlin discouraged him from learning. Merlin's lessons were tough. When Lloyd failed to summon his magic staff quickly, she knocked him over with her own staff to remind him never to slack off. She also explained magic stones, crystallized magic that could turn objects into powerful tools. One day, Merlin left Lloyd alone in the forest with only a knife and told him to survive and find his way home. As soon as she left, a white wolf attacked him. Lloyd ran and hid in a tree, doubting his magic could defeat such a monster. He decided to avoid fights and slowly made his way home, studying spells at night to improve. Along the way, he startled a giant spider and barely escaped by casting a speed spell. Exhausted, he finally returned home, and Merlin was proud of his survival. After completing most of his training, Lloyd became Merlin's equal in magic research, often staying up late to help her develop new spells. But he grew tired of the pressure and longed to see the world. One day, he left Merlin's house and arrived in a busy town for the first time. Amazed by the bustling streets, he quickly ran out of money after buying bread and realized he needed a job. By chance, an adventure recruitment poster blew into his face. Lloyd signed up, joining a party led by Alan. During their first big fight against a giant Cyclops, Lloyd quietly cast a buff spell that made the whole team stronger. The archer shot the Cyclops in the eye, the mage blocked its punch easily, and Alan finished it off with a single powerful strike. Alan took all the credit, unaware of Lloyd's help, and rewarded him with only 5 coins, calling him a newbie. At the celebration, Lloyd declined to drink with the others, which offended the party's mage. Alan shrugged it off, saying they could always find another white mage since Lloyd hadn't contributed much. Back home, Merlin learned from a man named Will that Lloyd had safely joined the hero party. She hoped he wouldn't repeat her past mistakes and was relieved he was out experiencing the world. Lloyd continued supporting his party by casting buffs during battles, helping them win almost every fight without anyone realizing how much he was carrying the team. One night, the party's shield bearer, Rena, noticed their defenses were stronger than usual. Alan assumed it was natural talent, but Rena was puzzled since he hadn't trained recently. One night, Guards patrolling the forest were attacked and killed by a giant golem. The guard captain asked Alan for help, and the party agreed to hunt the golem. Thanks to Lloyd's tracking magic, they found it hiding in a cave behind a waterfall. During the fight, a demon nearby used a magic stone to control another golem. Lloyd quickly took charge, buffing the team's accuracy and directing Lulu to shoot the demon. MIA teleported the demon's staff to Lloyd, who sealed its power. Alan, annoyed by Lloyd's leadership, charged ahead recklessly. Lloyd saved him from a fatal blow, but Alan yelled at him for interfering and later fired Lloyd from the party, accusing him of slacking. Hurt by Alan's harsh words but used to Merlin's tough love, Lloyd believed he was the problem and quietly left. Finding a new party was difficult because white mags weren't in high demand. Luckily, a girl named Yui urgently needed a white mage. She found Lloyd, grabbed his hand, and begged him to join her party, giving Lloyd a fresh start on his journey.